Hello everyone, my name is Natasha Bakht and I am a professor at the faculty as well as the Shirley Greenberg Chair for Women and the Legal Profession. My scholarship is in the area of religious freedom as it intersects with women's equality. In order to give you a sense of what my research is about, I'd like to take you through an exercise. I'd like you to imagine for a moment that you have decided, after some serious thought, that you need to wear a particular item of clothing that is very visible. Let's say a type of shawl. You sincerely believe that wearing this shawl represents something of value to you. Your conscience requires you to wear it. I know that most people may not be able to relate to this kind of firmly held belief regarding one's clothing, but see if you can put yourself in the shoes of this person. If you're religious, you might compare it to wearing a turban or a yarmulke. You have the conviction to wear this shawl, even though it is a visible marker and makes you look different from most other people. You are not harming anyone by wearing this item of clothing, nor do you expect anyone else to wear it. Yet, because you do, many people make assumptions about you. They think that you are brainwashed into wearing this shawl and that you can't think for yourself. They also think that the shawl represents violence, hatefulness, and separation, and that you wish not to engage with society, even though you just want to go about your daily life in the clothes that you choose to wear. Because your shawl is associated with racialized communities, some people even tell you to go back home. It may be that in some parts of the world, the state forces some people to wear this shawl, but you think, what does this have to do with me and my choices? As if these attitudes aren't bad enough, now several governments around the world, including your own, are vigorously debating and taking steps to prohibit the wearing of the shawl that you choose to wear. In fact, in Canada, you have essentially been prohibited from testifying in court wearing your shawl, severely limiting your access to the justice system. The Canadian government also tried to restrict people who wear your shawl from acquiring citizenship, from voting in elections, and one province has enacted laws that prohibit you from working in the public service, and in some instances, even receiving public services while wearing your shawl. In France and Belgium, people who wear the same shawl as you have been prohibited from entering public spaces. That means you can't work, travel, get an education, access healthcare, or just socialize and move about freely. The European Court of Human Rights has upheld these exclusionary laws, and now ordinary people have taken it upon themselves to act as vigilante police, enforcing these laws through human rights abuses and street harassment. My analogy is not a perfect one. I'm speaking, of course, of Muslim women who cover their faces with a niqab or face veil. These women have borne the brunt of many exclusive policies and laws that aim to restrict their ability to live freely. Muslim women who cover their faces with a veil arouse visceral reactions in people who, despite exposure to diverse ways of living through multicultural environments, seem to have fixed notions of how women ought to live the good life. The stereotypes about these women are entirely contradictory. On the one hand, we need to save them from the men who apparently force them to wear the niqab. On the other, we need to be saved from their radical, distrusting, and confronting ways. In the midst of a global pandemic, when millions of people have donned medical and non-medical face masks, the state's insistence that these women remove the niqab is ironic, producing absurd results, such as in France, where one can be fined for not covering one's face with a mask, and niqab-wearing women are fined for covering their faces with the niqab. When governments, politicians, judges denounce the niqab using a variety of dubious justifications, calling on Muslim women to simply take it off, they increase suspicion and marginalization of Muslims and other minority religious communities. Judicial and legislative backing of these ideas that exclude niqab-wearing women lower the bar in terms of what can be said about Muslims and indeed what can be done to them. Objections to the niqab reveal more about the objectors than these women themselves. Though their numbers may be small, pursuing justice for niqab-wearing women ensures that we are creating a community and a justice system that cares for everyone. I hope that you will consider the University of Ottawa as your law school of choice, and no matter where you go to law school, I hope you will use your substantial talent to pursue justice for everyone, even those most marginalized. I look forward to meeting you.